Oprah said this book is addicting and delicious. Oprah, you is one freaky bitch. I leave that boy wet. Now I ain't talking about the sweat. He was. This book is literally Twilight if it was freaky as hell.
Let me talk to him.
So it's called, see, Court of the Vampire Queen by Kate Roberts. See, I got the physical copy now, and as you can see, I tabbed a few pages. So we already know we're gonna get started. I'm gonna read the synopsis first, read it straight from the back of the book, and then we're gonna get into my quotes. Okay, so
all Mina ever wanted was to escape her father's control. Half human, half vampire, she lived eternally torn between two worlds, never fully experiencing the pleasures of either, until her father chose her as the pawn in his latest political move, gifting her to the darkly powerful and dangerously seductive Malachi Zion. Malachi is not a vampire to be trifled with. He rules with an iron fist and has a reputation for the darkest of sins. But the longer Mina is with him, the more she realizes he's not the monster that she first thought. And as fear bleeds into lust, then trust, then something more, Malachi opens Mina up to a world she never knew could be hers for the taking, including the love of Malachi's two closest friends and companions. Now surrounded by all three men, the center of their shockingly seductive world, Mina may finally have the power to face down her father and take back the life and crown that by all rights should be hers.
So first of all, if you watched my last video and she was fucking on 3 different dudes, we basically back to that, but with vampires.
Hey y'all.
First of all, when I got this book, I didn't know that it was gonna be, she was gonna be messing with multiple people. I thought it was like a one person type of thing, one type of ordeal. But no, it's the same shit like Credence. But actually, I really recommend this book because although that the fact that she's with 2 other people, three people at once, okay, whatever, but she do it in a way that make it right. And I mean, it's a fantasy book, so it's like, this is not real life shit. Like, she wouldn't really do this. Well, you know, if you watch Credence. So I'm gonna explain the tabs that I have on the book, just in case you want to tab this book. I'm not sure if y'all can see the colors, but it's different colors. So I got green tabs. Green mean it was funny. Orange is like a red flag, like, oh, what the fuck, they got her fucked up, you know? Blue is sad. I only got 1 blue tab I see. Pink is like love, like a love romantic thing they did. And purple is wild as hell. Purple is the most out of these. Honorable mention here. This isn't a quote, but y'all, like, literally in the 3rd page of this book, he trying to fuck on her, like 3rd page, she moaning and shit. I'm sitting there like, and of course I was reading this at work, like I always do, y'all. Like, I'm trying to fix the focus on my videos, so hopefully this focusing looks better. This camera sometimes be acting really stupid, so before I directly get into a quote, which is what I literally was about to do, let me explain something. Okay, so boom, y'all heard the synopsis. Her father gives her away to a powerful vampire because her father don't really give a fuck about her, because she's kind of half human, half vampire, I believe. He don't give a fuck about her for real. She like, I'm gonna just send you off to this dude, whatever. When she gets there, like, he needs somebody there that he can feed on, because he's a vampire. He needs the blood, you know, whatever. So that's basically what she's here for. Okay, now let's get into the quotes. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all now that these quotes are crazy. But first purple one, I tabbed, okay?
He growls, literally growls. Mina, stroke your clit or I'm gonna come over there and do it for you.
Sometimes these books, like, say stuff that would never be said in real life. Like, nobody's ever saying this stuff. That's what makes it so good, because it's just the shock value. Like, what? She's with Malachi at first, but Malachi kind of has a situationship with somebody named Wolf. So he be fucking on this person named Wolf, another vampire, another powerful vampire. He fucks on Wolf or whatever. He also used to have a situationship with somebody else. I want to say it's Rylan, yeah, situationship with them. He's a bop. Malachi's a bop, and somehow, instead of like, at first, Rylan wasn't going. He like, nah, this is weird. Like, I want Malachi to myself, blah, blah, blah. But then eventually they just kind of become a throuple. You know, like, they all got to depend on each other or whatever. I don't know, y'all. Another big thing in this book, a way she was like getting her power was through sex, which was like an interesting concept. Like, it was like she needed to have sex with them. Like, it was like when she had sex with them, it built her power up more and more, because her father is like the king of the vampires, and she technically should be the rightful heir to the throne, but she's not, because her father just don't fuck with her because she's not really like fully vampire or whatever. But she got like some power in her or whatever. So when she's fucking these vampires, it's like building her power up, and that's like their excuse for fucking as much, and then feelings get involved and all that other stuff. This whole book is just fucking. The plot is not enough with the amount of fucking they're doing in this book. Like, realistically, like, it's just like, I understand this book was supposed to be her getting the court and getting that from her father and all that shit, but in reality, she was just fucking. At the end of the book, she does end up taking the court back or whatever and killing her father or all this other stuff, But the way it happens is just like, it feels a little unrealistic. Her training, it wasn't given that she was doing good at the training. It seemed like she was doing pretty bad actually, and then you just able to do it then. The main point to this book is them fucking. Like that's the main plot. Like the her trying to take over the throne, that gives me subplot. That doesn't give me main plot with the way they were fucking for chapters and chapters and chapters. Then another thing that happened. So when she fucked them, had that threesome that just has happened. Really a foursome because, well, okay, whatever. Her powers made her bond with all of them, like forcefully bonded with all of them. And of course, Wolf and Malachi are kind of like, not Malachi, but Wolf and I think his name is Rylan. He was upset about it because he's just like, I don't want to be bonded to her. Like, no. And then they can't even get within a certain, like, distance away from her with, like, feeling pain and stuff. And that was a big thing because, I don't know, Rylan really did not want to fucking be with her. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, he was the main one being like, I do not want to be with this bitch. Like, I know, like, he was low-key being rude as fuck to her majority of the time. I don't even remember how they made up for real, but he was being very rude. That's all I do remember. He was being very rude. Wolf was being kind of like childish the entire book. Like, in my opinion, he was giving childish as hell. Malachi was the only one that was like, you know, because she actually wanted to be with Malachi. Like, I feel like her just being with Wolf and Rylan just kind of happened because, again, the bonding and stuff. So then what they try to do, because of the bond, because of the forcibly bonding, they try to contact the demon to get rid of the bond because they don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, like, nobody wants it. Like, Malachi low-key wanted a little bit, but, like, as far as Wolf and Rylan, they don't want it. Which I can understand because they never even met this bitch. And Malachi barely wanted it because he just met the bitch. You know, like, she's here as an offering, basically. Like, a gift from the king of vampires. So now he bonded to her. It's like, what the fuck, you know? That doesn't even fucking work. Like, that didn't even work. So this is Malachi talking right now. He says,
we're gonna talk to the demon. Get rid of the bond doesn't mean get rid of you. That's
Mina talking to Malachi, right? Malachi says,
Better not. His voice lowers, becoming nearly a growl. Wolf wasn't lying yesterday. I had to make myself walk away from you, little damn mirror. All I want is to chain you to a bed and fuck you till you're filled up with me, until you're pregnant with my child.
That's a threat. I don't take those things lightly. If a man ever sit here and be like, yeah, I'm trying to get you pregnant, that is a threat and I'm about to block you. So also another thing, I honestly think the thing that happened between Rylan and Malachi, it honestly gave like first love type of thing. So like Rylan would fuck Mina and Malachi would low-key be mad and be like possessive towards Mina afterwards. But then if Malachi fucked Mina, then Rylan would get mad. It was just too much. They didn't end up fixing their relationship until almost at the end of the fucking book. Like if you read this book right now, flip open to page 209. You can see what I'm talking about. He's sitting here. He's sitting here asking her, how did it feel to fuck Rylan? And her ass sitting here like, yeah, it felt good. Like, if you don't believe me, look. Pause to read if you want to. This quote perfectly explains what I mean with the different relationship dynamics and stuff in the book. It literally says, Wolf
doesn't see me as a threat. I'm just another plaything for his amusement and pleasure when he's around. Rylan looks at me as if I stole his only love.
That's literally how he was treating her the entire book. He like,
Bitch was not my man.
he was my man. He wanted Malachi bad. But the thing is, though, it's like, you not even, like, putting enough pressure to really be with him for you to be mad at me, like. So really, like, at the end of it all, Rylan and Mina's relationship gives enemies to lovers. Malachi and Mina's relationship gives be love at first sight. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say love. I say lust at first sight. That's what I would give their relationship. Wolf and her relationship is more like friends to lovers, I guess. But they were already fucked. Okay, now reading this quote. Okay, so Malachi be standing on the biggest of business, I guess.
Says, you've denied me too fucking long, and I'm reclaiming what's mine. And then Rylan says,
he says,
I'm gonna come inside our little damn fear, and then I'm gonna take your ass while you fuck her.
She figures out she loves them like damn near towards the end of the book, because this is how much left of the book. That's where she says she loves them. And this is how much of the book there is. Falling in love through fucking is crazy. I mean, it was just fucking. It was protecting her because they had to run away from like her father who wanted to kill him and kill her. And you know how that be. You know daddy issues and shit. She loved them. She figured out she loves them after, you know, everything pretty much. They finally start to get along. But she doesn't tell them. Like, she doesn't tell them that she loves them. You know? Until a little bit, almost pretty much the damn near the end of the book. Like, I want to say right up before she kills the king or right after. I forgot I was recording. I got to read the book again. It's good. The way that the author describes the sex scenes is good. I can't lie. Like, it's like you watching a movie. For real. I would not recommend this to be a movie, though. I don't know. I feel like the crowd wouldn't have a good reception to all the fucking. You know? Like, it'll be like, damn, this is a porno. But as a book is good. But yeah, overall, this book wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie, like this was a decent book. Would I read it again? Probably. Like if I was bored, I'd be like, you know what? Let me read a freaky deaky ass book. I'll read it again. I would. That's just me though. That's just me. And the book ending, she ends up, like I said, killing her dad. She kills him. She takes over the vampire court and she becomes a vampire queen. She ends up having like 2 kids with all 3 of them. Whoever the daddy is, I don't know, because it's not like they're gonna know. They're like, oh, let's see who. They don't really give a fuck. They got a whole like 3 throuple relationship. Huh? But yeah, that's it, guys. I really hope the focusing on this video wasn't as bad as the last video. It's looking like it ain't, but like if I go back and like I look at this and the focusing is all fucked up, I'm gonna be so irritated. Like I got this big ass shirt on. Anyways, my bad for not posting last week. I know I said I was gonna post every week. Your girl just didn't feel like it, and that might be the case because I'm about to start school next month, so it might end up being like 2 videos a month. I hope y'all not like, damn, that's too little. I'm trying my best, y'all. The next book, honestly, I think my next book that I'm gonna like review or whatever is gonna be a book I actually really like instead of like these freaky deaky ass. But I mean, it's still a freaky deaky ass book because that's the type of book that I read. But it's gonna be like a book I actually like know for real, and like I've read it. I've read this book a few times. I'm gonna put a poll up on my YouTube to see like y'all could try to figure out what book I'm gonna do, whatever. Y'all get in the comments. Y'all can suggest what book I should read. All that. But that's it, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Hey, hey. Oh.